Hi everyone, it's me Joseph Harwood. Today we're bringing you an interview with the incredible founders of Shakeup Cosmetics, Jake and Shane. I'm so excited to have gone to Bath. We went for a mini adventure. It was my first time there and I loved it. Here's our interview and check out Shakeup Cosmetics. So, I'm here in the incredible Bath for the first time. Is it Bath or Bath?
Bath. Well, locally it's BAFF, so it's Bath.
Oh, well, I'm with the most fantastic Jake and Shane from Shakeup Cosmetics, and we are talking all things about this incredible range today.
Nice to meet you.
So nice to
have you
here.
here.
Thank you for coming down.
I'm so excited. So let's talk about how we know each other, because we work together at the British Beauty Council, and we just did a shoot, which was all about diversity and stuff. And what do you guys do within the beauty industry? How did you get here?
Gosh, okay. How long have you got? Our career in beauty industry actually hasn't been incredibly long, and actually our background is in marketing. Before Shakeup Cosmetics, we had a creative agency, and a lot of our clients back in the days were beauty brands. So Soap and Glory, Burt's Bees, Molton Brown, so those were in our kind of day-in day-out clients back then. So our beauty background came from marketing, but personally our passion with beauty started way earlier than that. So when we were younger, as a teenagers, we had a lot of skin challenges, like a lot of other teenagers, but our particular challenge was rosacea breakouts. So we spent a huge amount of time, trying out different products, makeup as well as skincare. So we did a lot of research personally and just had a lot of, learned a lot of lessons.
The trial and error.
When
it comes to rosacea, we've tried everything. I've tried the topical cream that you actually get off some sort of like a dark market just because people said that it works, and they actually almost burnt my face off. I tried laser, and none of it really worked. Because
was it rosacea? That was the issue you were trying to solve?
Yeah, one of the main issues is rosacea, and then we also have like the hormonal, like the spots that you get, going through adolescence and puberty, and then it's just kind of added to the rosacea as well.
And I think trying different things, the sort of constant purging, also damage the skin even more because we're just trying too much harsh stuff, not really knowing what we're looking for. So there's just no education.
So did you wear makeup?
We started to. So, as part of the rosacea, that red patch that we had to conceal and cover when, on those really bad flare-up days, you can't really cure rosacea, right? I mean, there's no cure for it. You just have to find your trigger and manage it yourself. But on some really bad flare-up days, you just can't do anything about it. So we started dabbling with, like, first of all, skincare to keep it under control. And then that gradually became like makeup, foundation, concealer, just so that we can actually look less red. So that's really where our journey into cosmetics kind of started. But like Shane said, it's really down to the lack of education, because there's just no information that we could access easily to learn about it. And that's why we're trying so many different things and actually sort of made this situation even worse.
And trying to sort of differentiate different products for different purposes as well is a minefield. As a teenage boy, right? As a teenage boy, a boy growing up, what is a foundation? What does it do? How do you apply? And when we're, dabble with it, we put too much on, and we use the wrong shade, and all of that mistakes we made, and we walk out of the door being laughed at. We've been through all of that. All really what we wanted was a product that can make us feel more confident, get rid of the flare-ups, and just feel more like ourselves. And we could not get that product.
And it's interesting because, like, when I remember when I was a kid and I'd go around to the British supermarkets or like the British chain high street drugstores, and there was no pale foundations here. They would start in like a middle beige and end with a dark beige. There was no light or dark. And the beauty industry was so sort of like, kind of like spread apart. So you'd have a regional differentiation of a brand. When I first went to Japan, I went to Japan in 2008. And I saw the same L'Oreal products, but in different colours, different types of skincare, different types of hair perfumes I'd never seen, or jelly skincare, or like the peeling things. And I couldn't believe how different the market was there to in Europe. Yeah. Like, even going to Paris, I remember trying to get my Bioderma for like makeup removal for my kit, and you buy it in London for 15 quid, or you could buy it in a pharmacy in Paris for like 3 quid. And then social media kind of opened up this world where we saw that there was so many different types of things. Because there wasn't really any male focused skincare here apart from Clinique. I think Clinique was the first one to do a male skincare under Estee Lauder. So did you notice that as the world of beauty became smaller and we started to use the internet to learn about products in different regions, that there was a real opportunity there for not just a male focused beauty, but to be a market leader as a male-focused beauty. Like, how did you decide that was going to be your thing?
I think for us, obviously being Asian ourselves, we're Chinese British, and we were born and raised in China. So in that environment, we're actually sort of closer to skincare routine as an Asian guy. Just culture dictate that we're actually sort of closer to that kind of skincare routine compared to most of the Western guys, I suppose. In Asia, skincare for men is light years ahead. I mean, they really do take care of their skin from younger age. I mean, their parents would teach the children to look after their skin, wear SPF, all of that sort of stuff, whether you're a girl or a boy. And I think being brought up in that kind of household, that kind of culture, we were definitely closer to our skincare routine than most of the guys that we were hanging out with. But when we moved to the UK, we did notice the difference in terms of the lack of choices and the lack of education, information.
And the quality is rubbish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of like high street brands that you could access, that you didn't need to go to like a specialist Space NK or
Exactly.
even you couldn't get good quality skincare.
That's the vacuum. That is the vacuum that we're trying to fill, really.
Yeah.
I mean, even now, to be honest, if you think about it, is that for guys who either settle for a moisturizer that they pick up in supermarket while you're doing your weekly shop, or you have to shell out for like a Kiehl's or Chanel, those kind of like in Tom Ford, that end of the spectrum.
Yes.
In the middle, very few brands are tailored and catered for men. And even if they were, I think they were listed in shops in the darkest corner, and it's like a really neglected area.
And for men, for the longest time, it just felt like a box ticking exercise.
Yeah.
It's always the brands that are already very popular amongst the women consumers, and they will launch a men's range, just put into black and white packaging, and we didn't feel that was good enough, and we tried it, didn't think it was good enough. Still didn't feel like the brand was resonating with us.
They always make men's skincare look like a trainer, like a sports shoe. Everything's like a weird neon stripe on it or something.
Black and white, silver and grey, So I think we just thought, this gap in the market, I think we've always seen it. I think what the question to answer was there a market in that gap? I think the key pivotal moments when we realized actually the societal shift has created that awareness. Social media, you mentioned, is a massive part of that, pushing the agenda forward. Pop culture like Love Island, Towie is normalizing male beauty, and not just amongst the gay community, who are obviously early adopters, but more metrosexual men.
Yes.
Women are embracing bronzing, making using makeup, using brow products, and all of a sudden that becomes commonplace. And then for us, that created the market in that gap. The gap was always there, right? So I think that's when we decided that it's time for us to create our own range,
Exactly.
combining our experience and passion together.
That makes total sense. Because I remember when everyone used to be obsessed with David Beckham's haircuts. This is like at the beginning of social media. And I would do tutorials and people would say, oh, boys don't wear makeup. And I'm like, your favourite does. I'm sure he does in the Armani advert, honey. He doesn't have those eyes, under eyes looking like that. But I think it's been some sort of under the radar dissemination of information. I remember this year on Love Island, as you mentioned, one of the guys had hair plugs. What do you call it? Like the hair. No, the ones you shake on like a cosmetic.
Oh,
and they used to clock it because when it was in the black and white camera, the product didn't look real. So the difference in the black and white shots and it spread on TikTok like wildfire. And I'm sure the people that sell those products have seen a massive boom now that the boys know that there is a cheat code for your thinning hair.
It's all about education, right? And awareness. I think for us, what we have been very excited about is the awareness is definitely increasing, and the education is getting more and more. But we still need to do more as a society, and what we need is retailers coming into this space and more brands coming into this space and making it much noisier. Because I'm telling you now, because one of our best sellers is the BB Tinted Moisturizer, and it's a hybrid of makeup and skincare. It's the first product that we launched. It's the holy grail that we've always been looking for, making me look natural, undetectable finish, but cover blemishes, all of that stuff. Tick lots of boxes, it's got SPF and all that stuff. But we didn't know whether or not it's going to be popular because it was, semi-makeup, right?
Yes.
I'm telling you, there's every single day we get emails, messages coming in from guys from all walks of life. You've got your 55-year-old,
truck driver.
Yeah, truck driver, and you've got 25-year-old, social media content creator, emailing us with the pictures to say, what shade am I? Can you help me with this? Is this product suitable for my skin type? the demand is clearly there.
Yeah,
You know,
and
when you
interestingly,
tell
look
them-
interestingly, they send in the photos, right, for you to advise on the shade, and you look at their pictures, you can tell that obviously they all have various different degree of skin issues that they're trying to conceal, and it really reminds us of our journey when we were looking for that product to cover that insecurities of ours.
Yeah,
I feel like
acne
everyone,
scars, redness.
I feel like we all have that insecurity on our face that we always focus on. Even other people don't even care. They might not even see, but we know.
Yeah.
There's the one thing that we want to fix, and I think for a lot of guys, they just never knew that there's an option for it. For women, I think it's naturally through their growing up, they have their sisters, mother, and aunties teach them how to apply makeup. So they know when they don't look their best, there's an opportunity, there's an option for them to look a bit better than they feel. For guys, we don't have that growing up. We don't have that. In fact, it's the opposite. The toxic and the hyper masculinity means that actually your advice were kind of like recommended not to, or against using cosmetic products. So therefore, for guys, all of a sudden you don't have that choice. If you feel bad, if you have dark circles, if you wake up like feeling like a half a human, and you just have to basically you deal with it. You look as bad as you feel, and then there's nothing you can do about it. Why? We all deserve to feel our best. If there's products to help us do that, whether you're a girl or a guy, why does it matter?
Yeah. I've had that so many times when I was doing tutorials full time. Like, because I used to go to the rock and roll clubs more than the gay clubs, and a lot of the older rockers would want to look like their favourite rock band with a bit of eyeliner and things, and be like, Joe, come help us do the eyeliner and things. And I'm like, just watch the videos and buy your own. You can do it yourself. But I always think it's interesting with guys. Like, whenever I've done like sort of surveys with guys, they want to function.
Yes.
They don't just want to, they have to justify it with a function. Like, it does this for me. It's like, have you found that when you've been like designing? Because a lot of your products, they're not just cosmetics and like colour cosmetics, they're skin as well. So tell me your process of what you decided to create and what the kind of idea is going forwards. Like, so you've got skincare, you've got all the things that can do your base.
Yeah, and now
Talk
also
me
launching
through.
into grooming as well. So very glad to take you through the products. But before that, I would just want also kind of answer your questions on that. You are absolutely right to say that function is the lead when it comes to guys choosing skincare or face care products. Guys don't go into the shop to browse for a moisturizer or a serum. They go in because they have a problem they want to fix.
Yes.
So multifunctionality products, easy to understand, but also very crucially, effective visible results. Because I think men don't have the patience to wait 8 to 12 weeks for things to start taking effect. Men care a lot about how it feels on the skin instantly. Can I actually get rid of my worries straight away? And of course, on top of that, if it delivers long-term skin health, it's even better. So that's always been the ethos in our product development process. We look at what problems do we want to target, resolve, and then we create the products for it. So our range, you're quite ready to point out, it's quite a wide range now, really. And, we launched with the Color Cosmetics, with the BB cream and concealer.
And what's a BB cream? Because the BB cream we know, but what's a BB cream to someone who's got no idea what that is?
So our BB cream, we actually call it BB tinted moisturizer. When we're looking at the product naming, we want to make sure that actually guys can easily understand it. So our product is actually sort of named as a tinted moisturizer.
And what does BB stand for?
Beauty balm,
blemish balm.
It kind of depends on who is actually interpreting it. But I think a lot of the guys in our research, they don't quite understand what BB means. So I think we added in the tinted moisturizer just to kind of explain what that is. And BB is kept in there for those more cosmetic savvy guys who has been using BB and CC cream, that they know what they're buying.
And I remember when BB cream started to become like the it product of the summer, because it was when Illamasqua, I remember, launched their skin base, and they took BB creams and they manufactured them as a foundation. And everyone was like, what is this? This is like a skincare, it's thinner than a foundation traditionally uses. So it's not the same texture as what people imagine. It's a very interesting sort of like silky, you can make it invisible but still have coverage, and it just beautifies.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is actually sort of from our personal experience dabbling with makeup growing up, right? We tried the foundation. They're just always quite cakey.
Yes.
They're quite cakey and it's quite obvious, and it feels like it's quite heavy on the skin as well. So when we tried to develop this product, the brief to our manufacturer, to our chemists, was that we want something that really delivers the coverage to cover the redness. We want to cover the blemishes, our insecurities, but we don't want to cover our freckles.
Yes.
I want to see the skin texture. I want to still see my real skin, but just hide away those kind of redness and then unwanted blemishes.
Just even the skin tone naturally and undetectably. So I think that's what guys are looking for.
Yes.
So while you were talking, I just put some on my hand, and I know this is an audio interview, but you can see this, and I know you use this product as well.
I've got more compliments using this than I have foundations for ages.
Wow.
Wow, that's really good.
It really is an amazing texture. I mean, I know I'm biased, but it's super long playtime, and it just means that you can actually blend it into your skin without looking any obvious you're wearing any product. But what's really good about that is that it just evens the skin tone so
Yes.
instantly.
And if you're a makeup artist and you were sort of like talking to a makeup user, not just necessarily a boy that wants to look fabulous, but like a traditional makeup user, if you were a girl that just wanted to have a daily fabulous base that wasn't a foundation, you can apply this with your fingers and your skin will look perfect without any of that, like all the blending and things. You can do everything with your fingers, so it's a for all product. And I like to use it as well because sometimes when I've got way too much foundation on my face, there's a disconnect between my face and my neck, and I don't want to put foundation on my neck, so I've mixed that into a foundation to kind of thin things down. That's just my little tip that I do,
That's an interesting tip.
because it blends it more into your skin, and otherwise I'd be painting on like a mask down to my chest area. I was going to use a different word then. I was like, no, we're recording this, let's do that. Let's be sensible.
Before we move on from the BB cream, I just want to give you a story. So we were recently exhibiting at Barbara Connect exhibition in Telford, because we just launched some grooming products. We had a pulse shape lotion, which I'll take you through, as well as a beard serum. This beard serum is amazing. I can't wait to tell you about it. So we were at that event, and this guy came around. He's one of the security guys working at the show. And he said, "Oh, I saw your stand, and I was seeing your before and after pictures on the wall. Do you really have something to get rid of the redness?" I looked at his face. He's obviously got rosacea. He's about 60, and he suffered from rosacea, and that sort of insecurity that was brought by the redness on his face for decades. And I said, "Sit down, let me demonstrate." So we put some BB cream on him. He looked at the mirror, he almost cried. The 60-year-old guy said, "Oh my God, I haven't seen my skin looking like this for years."
Yeah.
And for the rest of the show, he was walking around, running around, bringing
showing
all
his colleagues,
bring them around, like trying to be the advocate and basically showing it, pointing at his face to everyone he spoke to. We changed that man's life. Literally, I believe, my 100% believe that he will be a customer for life because he knows he's found something that gives him the confidence back and make him feel proud again. You know? And I realized...
And the second thing that he said was actually his son was getting married that following week. And then he's like, now can I actually finally look my best for his wedding? And that is really something that's really quite
very
touching.
sweet.
That's very just beautiful. I mean, it just reminds us why we get up every single morning to do this job. Because they're hidden. They're not your billboard, beautiful women fronting a beauty brand campaign. We're talking about the everyday guys here who needs a bit of help, with skincare.
And I think you need to be able to see someone like you to ask those questions without the shame element, because I think even sometimes I recently started to look like a boy, but when I was working full time I looked like a girl. So I think the straight cis man would be quite intimidated to come up to me because he'd think, they probably think I want to be a drag queen or something. But you need to see someone that's just fabulous in themselves, a man that's got gorgeous skin, saying it to other men, this is how you get gorgeous skin. I think that's what's been missing, because it does take away that shame element, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Which is why I think the pop culture shows like Taoyuan, those kind of shows is actually moving the society towards the right direction, because they are showcasing these men that taking better care of themselves, their appearance, and granted, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. We constantly say that as well to the guys who has negative view on this, is that it's fine. We're not trying to force anyone to use skincare or cosmetics. We create this as an option for those who do have that need. It's also the same as, it's no difference to like women. They don't have to wear makeup for anyone else. They wear it for themselves. Women should wear makeup to make themselves feel best, not because society is telling them to. It's the same for us. Like for guys, if you have this need, if our products can make you feel better about yourselves, why the hell not?
Yeah.
You know, so
And you use makeup to treat problems, not to wear a mask every day. If you've woken up or you've just been sunburnt or something, you need something to cool down the redness, cover up the redness. You're not going to be sunburnt every day of the year. Just use it when you're in that circumstance. It's like a toolkit you can build for yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And what we say to people is that, you know, rosacea, things like that, there's no cure. So you have to manage, you have to control. And we were also an advocate for Look Feel Better, the charity for cancer patient sufferers.
Oh, that's so amazing.
So we have done a couple of workshops with them as well, and for males for different age groups. So I was sitting on one of the workshops for the 16 to 25-year-old
cancer
patients.
Oh my God.
Cancer patients. And actually, the guys were really forthcoming on the show, on the because we're doing this over Zoom, right? So there was me, and then there's Dr. Shave, and we're basically talking about shaving, skincare, and how to manage your skin. And it opened up my eyes because the guys on that workshop, they're asking questions about how to manage their skin issues and skin flare-ups during their treatment.
Yeah.
If you think about the chemotherapy, radiotherapy, it does a lot of damage to their skin.
Oh, God.
And when people go through the cancer treatment, they already don't feel like themselves, you know, because of the illness, because of the treatment. It's taking a lot out of people, no doubt. So when they don't look like themselves either, when they're losing hair and the skin starts to flare up, and that really has a huge impact on their psyche, on their mental health. So by looking themselves feel better, and look more like themselves, it's a huge improvement on their overall well-being. So that really kind of like reinstated the whole validation of doing what we're doing, is that we're not just about skin deep, we're not just about aesthetically looking better, we're not about a vanity even. We're actually more about those guys have the real need to feel a certain way about themselves, and with the help of our products.
It's so amazing. I was actually looking on the train here about Louis Theroux, who's got alopecia, and I was listening to a podcast and they said that one of his eyebrows fell off, and I was trying to work out if he was wearing makeup or not, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if he came forward and said, I have got my eyebrows tattooed on because they don't grow anymore for various reasons. I just thought, wouldn't it be cool to see someone like that? But I'm sure he's on like the precipice of talking about it more. I just think that we're at such an interesting point in time where you can share that experience and say like, look, I'm going through this crap illness, but we can use these things to sort of restore a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, that would be amazing, actually. I mean, we need that kind of voice, don't we?
Yeah, because he's totally different, isn't he, to like what you'd imagine like a pin-up Beckham. He's like a well-respected journalist. But let's talk about more of your products.
Yeah, so that's the BB cream, and it's still one of our best sellers across the world. We sell one every 4 minutes, that particular product. So amazing product to launch our brand on.
It comes in 5 shades,
Yeah.
you know, extra light, medium, bronze, and dark. And also have the color correcting technology built into the formula, and also because it's kind of like sheer to medium coverage, so you can cover a slightly wider range of skin tone.
Yeah, it's important actually when it comes to men, you don't overwhelm them with like 20, 30 shades.
Even women find that overwhelming, surely.
So it's much easier to choose the closest shade to your skin tone, and it will blend beautifully. So you don't need to worry about not getting the right shade. So on the basis that we expanded into skincare, so now we don't have a huge range, but we have a comprehensive one. You've got your cleanser, moisturizer, toner,
Mask.
Yeah,
serum.
and mask and serum.
The masks have really blown me away. When we had our chat last week, I was like, I just love the fact that they're in these sort of like cool, like almost like not like a deodorant or a glue stick, but they're like a cuter, compact thing. Because clay masks are a drama. You always get them everywhere. Every time I do a clay mask, they're normally in a pot.
Yeah.
You have to dip your fingers in and get them everywhere. This one is in like a stick that you literally, like a Pritt stick.
It's like a big crayon. That's what
Yes.
I kind of describe.
And it melts on your face.
It's really creamy, so it's got a coconut shell charcoal, activated coconut shell charcoal, and it's got coconut extract, because that coconut extract makes sure that once you use it, it doesn't like strip and dry out your skin.
Yes.
Because a lot of the charcoal masks will do that.
Yes.
But the coconut extract prevents it, and we've also got coloring clay in there, so it's nice and creamy. You draw it straight onto your face. There's no wastage, no mess.
And you'd use that for oily, shiny faces.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really great for getting rid of the pollutant, soak all of that dirt from deep within your pores. If you live in London or a very polluted city, just use that a couple of times a week on top of your daily cleanser. It's an amazing product.
And what you said earlier about clay mask is really true, isn't it? Like half of the tub is basically down the toilet, down the drain,
Yes.
because there's so much wastage.
Yes, it's
And
not
and then your
ergonomical.
nails all over their sink, and it's
Yes.
quite a drama. But with this one, you got precision, no wastage.
And it doesn't leave you feeling tight after, because a lot of the old school clay masks, and even when they did that, like, do you remember the one when they peeled off the black mask? It was so
I tried
ridiculous.
that.
It hurts, like waxing your face. Oh my God. It's nothing like that. This one is just like a fabulous one. I've been in it non-stop. Now, I haven't tried the other one, which I'm so excited about. So there's another one in the same packaging, which is different from a mask. What's this one?
Yeah, so the other one's called Hydrate in a Hurry. Those two look almost identical, but the one is green, one is black. The black one is the charcoal face mask. The green one is a hydrator or a solid moisturizer. This is an amazing product for men for several reasons. One, it's so portable and fun to play with, to use, because it's not your tube or jar of moisturizer. It's actually, again, a crayon format or stick solid format. You can chuck in your gym bag, chuck in your wash bag. After gym, after swim, chlorine really dries out your skin as well. Just wipe it straight onto your face, and it just gives you that extra, instant boost of hydration.
Can you leave it on
hyaluronic
without
acid.
taking it off?
Yeah, you don't need to rub it.
So you don't need to rinse it off.
This is not a mask, so this
This
is
is
like
not
a
a mask.
leave-on moisturizer.
So that's brilliant. So it's like literally using a magical crayon of moisture.
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
And what is inside this one? So there's witch hazel, I can see.
Witch hazel,
cucumber extract.
to calm and soothe.
It actually smells like cucumber, so give it a try.
I'm
It
going to
smells
try
like a salad.
today.
Yeah. So, and it's got cucumber extract, cucumber water. It's nice and fresh. It really melts onto the skin. And like you said, and it was really, you rightly pointed out, this is a moisturizer. You don't need to wash it off. It's not a mask. And you will feel it, and it's not just on your face either. If you've got dry elbow, dry knee, dry patches of skin,
Dry
this is
lips.
amazing.
I'm sure it'll be
Absolutely.
brilliant on.
Oh, that's
gonna-
interesting. I've
Yeah.
not used on the... Yeah, absolutely. You can
And,
use
it's,
it as
and I tell you what, recently we've seen a beauty hack by a girl on TikTok using this product as an amazing gripping primer.
Oh, now that would be interesting to try. Now that one I'm going to have to try.
And it works magically as a gripping primer, as she's demonstrated. And again, it's just because it's an amazing product. It's actually a unisex product, but just because we're marketing men to bring more men into conversation more deliberately, it doesn't mean women cannot use the product.
Well, that's actually part of our intention. How many times does it happen behind closed doors when a guy is basically asking his wife or girlfriend, "I've got a bit of this. Like, what have you
Yes.
got in your makeup?" Like, well, can you do something about that? Before I head out for a night out or before like a party, when they're getting ready, the guy's probably asking for a few tips here and there.
Yes.
Or they might just go straight into that wash
Steal
bag
them.
and steal them and try it themselves and not knowing how much things cost and
Yeah.
scoop up half of like a La Mer and thinking that's probably like, that happens all the time. But we wanted to create a range where guys are proud to display on their cabinet shelves, and actually the girls are actually not afraid to steal some of that from their male partners as well.
Yeah.
Turn the table a little bit.
Because they're just functionally amazing products. Anyone
They are.
with skin can use them. So we've got the fabulous masks. Now
Yeah.
let's talk about... So we've got basically the steps for people that want to clean their skin. We've got a wash-off
Yeah, we've
cleanser.
got a cleanser. So actually, for anyone who's starting kind of skincare routine, we have a 4-step routine within our range.
Okay.
called Face Forward. So what you have pointed out is a cleanser, a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer. They're all called Face Forward. So that's your 4-step routine.
Fine.
And actually, for any kind of skincare novice, you can start with those 4.
Yes.
In fact, you can actually start with 2. Just cleanse and moisturize to start with, as a first step.
Yeah.
But as a standard skincare routine, you go for cleanse, tone, treat, and moisturize.
Yes.
And on the back of those products, to make it even more, easy for guys to get on with their, skincare routine, we also have this traffic light system to show the steps of the skincare routine as well. So just break it down and make it really easy to understand.
Yes.
The cleanser is great. It's an exfoliating cleanser, but it's mild exfoliation. It gets rid of the dead skin cells on top of the skin using a willow bark extract, which is very mild compared to salicylic acid. So any skin type, including super sensitive or sensitive skin, can use it. The toner is just to kind of cement that cleansing process, get your skin ready, close the pores, and for the get that ready for the moisturizing stage.
Toners is quite difficult to explain sometimes, isn't it? Like, especially to guys, they don't quite understand what it does.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're
so-
kind of like an aftershave, like an old school aftershave that you pat on after you've cleansed and shaved.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
close
really
the
good
pores.
way of putting it.
Yeah.
So the way that we we kind of like landed on is that, okay, well, toner is basically to complete your cleanse process. You know, the cleanser, you wash it off, right? But think of toner as a cleanser, but you leave on. You know, it's continue to do the work to dissolve the skin cells.
And it's a bridge, I suppose, from a cleansing process to a moisturizing stage.
Yeah, refines your skin after you've washed it.
Yep, absolutely. And then we've got serum and moisturizer. Now, I personally use the serum at night and moisturizer during the day.
Sure.
But you can use both in all your skincare routine. The serum is a pro-youth anti-aging serum.
What is tiger grass?
Tiger grass is
Cica.
also called Cica.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, same
okay.
thing.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Got you.
Or Centella asiatica, as
Yeah.
they call it in the Inky list.
But the reason why it calls tiger grass, there's dispute about the origin of the story. But I would love to. I prefer to stick to it because I think it's romantic. The reason why it's called tiger grass is because that actually, people in India, in China started noticing tigers rolling around and playing in this grass, and then they realize it's actually because they've got wound on their body and they're trying to get
and
this
they
grass to
chew
heal
on
the
it.
wound.
Make it
They chew on it, and so nature knows best, right?
Yes.
That's where the story comes from. So they harvest this kind of healing power from this grass and put it into skincare. That's why cica is such a great repairing ingredient. Some other people say actually it's because this leaf has got stripes on it. That's why it's called tiger grass. I was like, well, that sounds that sounds less interesting. So I'm gonna go for this Disney version of this.
I like the Disney version too.
Yeah, but the point is, tiger grass is a great repairer. So at night, that's why I use it at night. Our skin repairs itself while we sleep. So it's no better time than while you're sleeping overnight. To put on a repairing serum, just let the skin do its work and give it a helping hand.
Yeah.
This serum helps, fighting all of the signs of aging, and we also have vitamin E inside of the ingredient and hyaluronic acid.
And squalene.
Yes, squalene.
But not from sharks.
Nope.
Squalene, not squalene. So it's different.
So it's all vegan. Our products are vegan, so and
The entire range,
cruelty free as well.
The entire range is made in the UK and they're all vegan friendly. It's really important to point that out.
I also use it as a night cream as well, just lather on before I go to sleep.
Yeah. And then the moisturizer is a oil control moisturizer. So again, a lot of men suffer from oily skin.
Yeah.
Very greasy skin. This moisturizer targets the oil by two-pronged approach. One is absorbs excess oil. Two, which is more important.
So it's got an absorber in it as well?
Yes, it absorbs
Interesting,
oil.
okay.
Yeah, but also it gets the root cause of oily skin, which is the sebum production.
Yes.
So it has matmarine, which is a biotech ingredient that actually cuts the sebum production. So that means your skin produces less oil, at the same time the moisturizer absorbs the excessive as well. So that's why this product is super effective to keeping your skin matte and fresh all day long.
And works great under the BB cream.
Oh,
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice link there.
Yeah.
And I have to mention about the eye cream, which is
Yes.
just amazing. It's one of our best sellers in the UK. It's called Age Defy. This is a instant lifting eye cream. So I think, from our research, we know a lot of men that the biggest concern they have with their facial features and signs of aging is all around the eyes.
Yes.
If you ask any guys, eyes is where they go to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even if they don't use face wash, they will be like, oh yeah, eye bags, eyes, dark circles. It's all around that area.
Yeah.
Tired eyes is all they talk about.
That's the one area I think on guys that they don't have the advantage on with girls, because men's skin can be sometimes thicker and more durable. And if you look at holistically, men as they age, the texture of their skin is stronger sometimes than women's skin.
Totally.
But the eyes are the same.
Yeah.
So if you can't treat them, they're going to be the biggest difference as you get older, I think.
You're right.
That's very interesting, actually. Yeah, and actually, it is unfair. And we ask the girls or ask the guys if their skin looks great. What do you use? Oh, just soap and water. And they don't really have a skincare routine. And it's so unfair that their skin actually. But you're right. But the eyes, they're the same. So that's why it's probably even more pronounced when guy starts to age. When the rest of the face actually age slower compared to the eye area.
Yeah.
So Age Defy is an instant lifting eye cream. So it can get rid of the fine lines and crow's feet around the eyes within 90 seconds.
And it's kind of like amazing magic trick when this happens, because you put it on and then everything goes whoop.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it feels tightening as well, not too uncomfortably so, but it definitely feels the tightening. So the reason why that works is because we looked at what's on the market. There are instant lifting, instant effect eye creams, but how they do it is they use powder.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a paste to fill the lines. The problem with that is that when that cream dries out, you can see the white cast or white residue around your eyes. For men, that cannot do. Can you imagine the
And also
Yeah.
hard film, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it's almost like a clean film.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
that
yes.
And you can't actually put any makeup on top, you can't actually put any moisturizer on top, it's very difficult. We turned the formulation on its head, so we use a revolutionary ingredient called Instatite. What it does is not using powder to create a paste. What it does is to actually create a 3D biopolymeric network to kind of physically and mechanically stretch the skin. That's why it's invisible and instant.
Yes.
It doesn't last forever, right? It's not miracle work.
It's not Botox.
Yeah.
No.
It's kind of no tox, I suppose, right?
It's a refreshing thing, isn't it? And you can
lasts
use
about
it.
5 or 6 hours, but that's
Yeah.
long enough if you
Yeah.
need it for a special occasion. So that's a great product. A lot of men absolutely love it. They leave a lot of nice reviews on our website. Last but not least, I just want to mention one of the amazing products in our latest grooming range. Is the main event, M-A-N-E. You like the
No,
name?
I haven't seen this one, so
Have
you've
you
got to
not?
tell me more.
So the main event is our beard serum. This is a conditioning beard serum. The reason why this is so innovative is that we combine the benefit of a beard oil and a skin serum. Because a lot of beard oil only targets the beard. But
Yes.
we know great beard starts from great skin.
Yes.
You have to look after the follicle health. You have to make sure that the skin is looked after underneath to get amazing, full, soft, well-conditioned beard.
That's right.
So this product, main event, does both.
Can you use it with a derma roller?
You can, absolutely.
Because I know
That's
there's a
interesting.
lot of people are trying to rebuild their beard structure up by using derma roller because it brings more blood and then promotes more healthy hair growth.
Yeah, it's actually a really
That
good
would be
idea
cool.
because this product does encourage beard growth as well. So it has
Can I try the texture?
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Is it going to make my hand look like a werewolf?
It's not.
It's not instant.
It's not that instant. It has several functions in this. One is encourages beard growth.
Oh, it
So
smells lovely.
It's got
So it's
really
like a
lovely
sort of a gel cream formula.
It
Yes.
is, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not your oily texture.
Yes.
Because a lot of men tell us during our research phase that beard oil can be very thick, it can be very greasy.
Yes.
This product is not greasy at all.
It just adds the right amount of shine to the beard and it softens it, styles it, and at the same time encourages the growth and actually remove the itchiness and prevents the beard draft. So it's really multi
No dry
action.
skin, no beard draft.
Yeah, and then
no
the
itchy.
scent is kind of like after research of like the best-selling men's grooming products. It's got a kind of the infusion of like a barber scent and a bit of amber, a bit of like wood. So it's really fresh.
Yeah, it
scent.
smells delicious. It
Yeah.
smells delicious.
Yeah.
Now, there is one product you haven't brought out here, which I love, which
go
is
on.
the fixing spray.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Yeah, so
The
that's
said
what said
spray.
and done.
I've been using this instead of all. I've got every fixing spray in the book because I wear so much foundation that you could literally chisel it off. So I need something that holds it on, and this stuff is my favourite ever. Oh, thank you.
I'm going to
Thank you.
break your heart, I'm afraid. We're discontinuing
No,
this product.
I must have it. I must have it all. It's so good though. This one, oh my god,
We
like.
love it.
And I think also for guys that just want to refreshen themselves, it's like a brilliant one. Everything about this is amazing. Now, one more product I haven't tried is the Lip Hero.
Yeah.
So what's the Lip Hero?
So this is our vitamin C SPF 30 lip balm.
Why vitamin C?
We looked at the lip balm products on the market and there are lots, right?
Yeah.
So trying to identify the one that actually, first of all, is really most popular, and secondly, actually trying to find a gap that other people are not currently doing. I think one thing we notice is that there are some SPF lip balms out there,
Yes.
but they either taste really bad
Yes.
or they don't
Leave a
have high enough
silvery
coverage.
film.
Yeah, or most of them actually don't have SPF coverage at all. And I think for guys, trying to convince them to use SPF on a daily basis is already quite a chore. And trying to get them to cover their eye area as well as the lip area, no chance. So we might as well you use that. And yuzu, citrusy kind of fruit scent is always something that we want to incorporate into our products. So vitamin C just happens to be a really nice ingredient to work in.
And also it helps, obviously, the brightening effect of vitamin C, the kind of the rejuvenation benefit it can bring to the, to your lip skin. You know, the sort of plumping, fuller lips is definitely on trend. And we used to have a lip gel that was kind of plumping lip gel, but we realized for men that's less of an issue.
Yes.
We don't really go for that.
Yeah.
But they still want to have, fuller lips. They still want to have the lip that looks healthy.
Yes.
So for us, this is very much of a health story as well as protection with SPF.
Yeah. So if you're a surfer or a skier, and like using our SPF 30 lip balm would be a really good addition.
Or even a builder.
Or a builder. Well, anyone. Sun shines on
Anyone.
everyone.
Or a strange makeup person like me. Amazing.
So as you can see, it's quite a considered, precise but comprehensive range. We try to keep it tight. One, for not overwhelming our customers.
Why green? Why this beautiful dark green?
So glad you asked. Because it's too much black and white, right? I mean, for us, the ethos right from the start is that we want to jump out on shelves.
Mm-hmm.
We do not want to be drowned into the ocean of black and white, silver and grey.
Mm-hmm.
So adding a bit of color and adding a bit of glamour. You can see the silver foil and the sort of premium packaging that we've gone for. It's not your typical men's product.
Is that why you called it Shakeup? Because you wanted to shake up what was there?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right.
And also Shane and Jake. That's where
No, I'm really thick. I didn't put that one together.
You're
my
not the
God.
only one. Not many people
That's
actually
so
clock that in the
clever.
first place.
And also another wordplay on makeup, because we're not makeup, so we want to create a new word for it.
That's quite
to
brilliant.
remove the kind of remove the stigma, but also mainly it's because we want to shake up the industry. It's about time to shake up the aisle, the men's grooming aisle,
Yeah.
and shake up the perception of what men's products should look like. And green, just this kind of bright, happy, but also quite neutral color. It's not feminine, it's not too overly masculine. It's just some color that people find very pleasant.
Yeah, I think that's fabulous. So what have you found to be your biggest sort of hurdles to overcome moving into this space? Do you think it's the educational part of getting people on board to really understand how these products work?
Yeah, I think twofold. One is the education.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys don't even know that they have a problem, but they are suffering from it. They just don't know it. Or they know they have a problem, but they don't know there's a solution to their problem. So
Right.
they're suffering in silence. So getting the education, making sure that they understand that there is something they can do about it, and there is a product options for them. We are here to help. That's really important. The second fold is actually the stigma around it. Unfortunately, there is still around, and the hyper masculinity thing is still very much alive, unfortunately. So when we post things on social, we still have the negative voice where it's unnecessarily hurtful to not just about the whole category, but about other people, our customers, and the models that we use in our content as well.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's not helpful, and I think that also does put off a lot of other guys who even wants to explore, have the curiosity, wanting to do something about their skin issues, but just feel a bit timid about doing that because they don't want to be seen by their mates who might have the similar kind of negative views to look at them differently.
Yes.
I think that's holding a lot of guys back as well. So those are the key challenges I think we're still facing.
Yeah. And they're really tools of the trade, and everyone wants to be some sort of star at the moment with their phones as the main camera. It's part of the piece of what you do. But so where can we buy all of this amazing stuff?
You can buy all of the range on Amazon as well as our website, shakeupcosmetics.com. So those are the main channels in the UK. But we are quite we're quite a ambitious brand with a global view. So right from the start, we set our goals to become a global brand. So far we have successfully launched into multiple international markets as well. We're in Norway across about 650 pharmacy doors. We're in Australia, we're about to launch in Germany, and we're in China. So China's interesting. So the BB cream is one of our best sellers. And it's quite unsurprising, I suppose, in the Asian market. So we have a really mixed global audience in terms of our consumers. But in the UK, we're so happy to see our customer base in the UK is growing very fast, especially over the last 12 to 18 months. We're seeing all kind of male customers of different age, different walks of life, embracing our products. So,
And I think we're just only just scratching the surface. To be
Yes.
honest.
Totally.
I mean, they're even just within our aisle. Within this country, yes, we're not the largest country in the world, but actually, given the number of guys in this country and also the other brands in the space, I think that the opportunities is there's a huge potential.
Oh, there's so much that people can do. And if you need someone to help with a contour product, let me know.
Oh, absolutely! I'll take you up on that offer for sure.
love for you to do a look with our
Yes.
products, and I know you use them on a daily basis.
I do, because I've gone from wearing really heavy makeup to slowly trying to get more comfortable just feeling without anything on fabulous. But you still want to have something on. But I've been wearing the BB cream non-stop. I've been using medium, but I can't wait to try the darker bronze shade
Bronze
as
shade,
a sort of contour, because I do like 2 colours on my face normally.
Oh, you need to teach me how to do that. I'm a little bit
The beige rainbow.
scared. Yeah,
The
and
beige
that,
rainbow, yes.
Oh, interesting. the threes that you draw on the side of your face.
Yes,
Right?
I do these with grey.
Okay.
Grey and then beige.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to learn a few tricks from
Yeah.
you.
All the if you hold up a lamp above your head, wherever the light hits, you bronze, and then all the shadows you contour. That's
And
the
there's
trick.
something new to
There
that.
you go.
And if you have a webcam and a mirror, the webcam can show you as you look like, and then the mirror can show you a reflection, and you can make sure it doesn't look asymmetric.
That's interesting.
There's a lot of science in that.
Yeah. oh my god, my dysphoria on my face when I was younger, I'd be studying the mirror, then the webcam, making sure every line was perfect. But anyway,
Wow.
well, thank
So
you
exciting.
so much for having me.
You're very
Is there
welcome.
anything else you wanted to add about where we can find you on social media?
Yeah, Instagram, you can always reach out to us at shakeup.cosmetics. And you can always reach out to us on Facebook as well. We do have a live chat on our website that we do monitor constantly. So we absolutely welcome questions. And guys, if you have any questions about how to maintain your skin, how to choose the best shade, or even just come to us with your skin concerns and asking us to recommend some products, just feel free to reach out to us.
We have a skincare questionnaire on the website
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
So for
quiz.
those who want to just put in a couple of questions, answer a few questions, and we can recommend automatically on the website the suitable products for their skin concerns. But like we said, we're open doors. Anyone who has a question, we're happy to hear from them.
Amazing. Well, thank you for having me today in Bath. I
Thank
can't wait to go
you.
explore. Yeah.
Thank you for
Go
coming.
for it.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having us.
Thank you.